All right. So, I'm gonna mute. all. Okay. So, to get the most out of this class, you want to set up your space like so. You have one chair here, second chair here, and then a third there for sitting. So, you'll use this for balance on either side, give enough room for uh, your ability to move. All right. Okay. So we begin sitting at the front edge of the chair, attuning your body to upright posture. Find your middle pillar right down through the center of the body. Once you got that, then work on just relaxing as best you can, releasing tension. And what that does is that allows grounding. So in a way, it's a uniquely Tai Chi concept that the way we ground better, have better stability, is through relaxing, through softening the body down through the chair, down through the legs, connecting and settling to the ground. And breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. So we want to keep our upright posture. And then while we're breathing, there's a bunch of mechanical and muscular change that's occurring. So we've got this sturdy pillar, but that doesn't mean it's stuck. So when you inhale, feel all that expansion and change. And then when you exhale, also that settling and consolidating change. So this freedom of movement is really important. Because the natural response to feeling unbalanced, a rational response to that is to grab on tighter, but that doesn't help. That's kind of at the heart of Tai Chi practice, Tai Chi understanding, is that we have to realize that letting go and relaxing is the best strategy, but it's got to be skillful. Can't be sloppy relaxation. It has to be attentive. So that's why we're upright. And then this breath practice really gets it going. This inhale and exhale, right through the bottom. My hands represent what's happening here and here. Expand and then consolidate. Let's just take 3 more good breaths. Now, on the inhale, slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back. Lift the chest and chin apart. On the exhale, do the opposite. Slide the hands forward past the knees, hollow the chest, drop your head. And again, inhale, slide hands, elbows, shoulders back. And exhale, slide hands past the knees, hollow the chest, drop. And a few more. One more. And settle to neutral, right into your rotations. Left hand forward, right hand and elbow back. Turn the shoulders, turn the head to the right. And then inhale back to center. And right hand forward, left hand and elbow back. Turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. And turn. Two more each way. And then we're back to center. Hang the arms loose. Change your weight to your right buttock and softly lean to the right. And then back up to the middle. And shift over to your left buttock. Softly lean to your left. We're just going to do that a few more times. Middle. And then to your right, as you go to your right, lift your left wrist. You see how I'm doing it here, just floating it up right near my chest. It's very close to the body. Float it up. That allows you to lean a little bit more, releasing the shoulder. And then down. Now the other hand would float up as you lean. And then change again. Over to your right. And change. Over to your left. And over to your right. One more. Over to your left. Back to middle. And we go shoulder blades. Forward, up. Back and down. Neutral. Forward, up. Back, down. Neutral. Forward, up. Back and down. Neutral. Two more. And reverse. We go back and up. Forward, down. Neutral. Back and up. Forward, down. Neutral. Back, up. Forward, down, neutral. Back and up. Forward, down, neutral. All right. Now scoot a little bit back on your chair. And let's go right leg first. Lift your right knee up. Flex your right foot. Draw the leg up and in. And then push. And then load. And then down. Switch. Load. Push. Load. Down. Switch. Load. Push. Load. Down. Again. A few more. Load the leg. Push all the way extended. Reload. Down. Other one. Load. Push. Load. Down. Now right leg extend. Do the foot. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. And then tilt the foot a little. In. Out. In. Out. Tilt. Tilt. And then circle. In, around, and out. And out, around, and in. Other way. Switch feet. Other leg. Point. Flex. And then tilt the foot a little in, out. Circles, in, around, and out. Reverse, out, around, and in. Scoot forward on your chair again, sit all the way at the front edge, step your feet a little wider apart now than hip distance, giving you room to do rotation. So lift your toes, turn on the heels, turn toes and knees in, then lift your toes again and turn toes and knees out. So we're externally rotating from the groin area, the hip, and then internally rotating. External and internal. External, internal. External and neutral. Back to neutral. From that same space in the hips, forward fold, hinge, hip hinge. And then sit up straight, and then lean back. So again, from those hips, fold, up, and back. Up, fold, up, back. And neutral. Now hang your arms loose. Slide your feet back a little bit. From the hips, we fold. And then again, we come forward enough so that we're above our feet. And then we can stand up. Make sure your body weight is down through your feet. Now, from those same hips, hinging. Just notice I haven't bent my knees here. So it's the hip hinge that has to happen first. Then the hip hinge continues. That's what bends your knees. Sink down. You can reach back, find your chair, and then down. So the key is the primary direction is down. You always have to know where your down is happening. So right now it's down through the chair primarily. As we fold and come forward, now we're no longer in the chair. The down is through both feet, all the way up to standing. Now, when we're sitting down, the down has to stay through the feet. So you stay in your feet, and you stay in your feet, and you stay in your feet so that you could reach back and find your chair if you needed to, and then commit to the chair. Let's do that twice more. So it's this place right there that people usually skip. It's that coming forward enough, and then the standing up is very easy. It doesn't require a lot of power. Sitting down, people fall out of their feet going for their chair. So it's about folding the body, staying in your feet until you can get low enough to commit to the chair. Very good. One more time. Now, don't sit in the chair. Fold at the hips, sink down till you get near the ground, and then come back up. So get good at this skill of disappear the hips back and fold, using that to get low, and then stand back up, all the way up. And the whole time, your body weight, like I said earlier, you're relaxing the whole time so that the grounding can happen in the Tai Chi way. You're not holding on tight, you're relaxed. And then the body is grounded because of that. And it also allows all this looseness and freedom of movement through the tissue and joints. All right, now you got your chair on your right side there. Move in front of it and have the hands on the chair, the back of the chair, and we'll do rock into the toes, go to the middle of the feet, and then rock into the heels. Hands on the chair for safety so that you can challenge yourself a little bit by rocking and rocking. So there's a range of motion. Now notice that I'm not, in my body, I'm not bending and leaning. I'm keeping a zhongjung, a central upright, and there's a little bit of a tip, but I'm not bending forward. So we're keeping our good posture and rocking on the feet. Rock on the feet and use the chair to make sure you stay safe. Now go to your toes and lift your heels up. Come back down, rock back into your heels, lift your toes up. Come down, rock into your toes, lift your heels. Down, rock back to the heels, lift your toes. Lift, lift. One more. then middle. Now hands on the back edge of that chair, sturdy chair. Walk your feet back. And then at that same hip crease that I'm talking about, fold. So now you create this shape. This is basically downward facing dog from yoga, but it's a really important shape that we need to make to open up shoulders, back, hips, and legs. Now lift your chest a little bit. Let your hips come forward a little bit, and then go back in. Folding at the hips. Do it again. Chest up, hips forward. And then we go again. Fold. And then chest up, hips somewhat forward. Now walk forward all the way to the chair. Stand up again under your own power. Find your zhong-zheng, your central upright. Turn and face forward again and walk back so that you have the chair in front of you and off to your right, and you have this space here. This space in front is like a runway that we need for our practice. Now hang your arms by your side, and from your middle pivot, so you can take your index finger and just touch your belly button and project your mind deep in from the belly button into the middle of your body, right? So between your lower back and your belly button, this spot in here is the basic middle center point in the body to move from. So once your mind is there, then you work on changing weight left and right. So over to the left leg, over the right leg. Now, an important part of Tai Chi is relaxing. So when I go over to this leg, rather than tightening it up for stability, you relax it more. So you see how there's a bending, there's a bowing, sort of like a bed spring that takes the weight down. So that's like the basic starting skill for standing and walking is, can you bring your weight to one leg and then let that leg take all of the work? So try to get all the weight into one leg, and notice, can you do this? See how this leg is now free, not just down at the ankle, but all the way up here in the hip. How is it free? Well, it's because I let this leg take all the weight. So this one doesn't have any weight in it. Switch. So from that middle, change the weight over to your left leg. And again, the first reaction is to try to tighten for stability, but we want to relax. And you can see it in my body if you train yourself to look for it. You can see that I'm not doing this for stability. I'm doing something else. I'm softening. So just check, how free is his foot? Can it swivel a little? Can you move it a little bit, right? And then let's do that again. So this is that first Tai Chi skill. You wake up in the morning, you do a little stretching, get a little hydration, and then you work on separate, empty, and full so that you're going to feel able to walk forward, backward, left, and right and not fall down. So now try to change with a little more rhythm. 1, change, 2. And so there's this premature stepping thing that people do, whereas they haven't quite gotten to one leg and they're already trying to take a step. So patiently wait until you've actually gotten to one leg, then feel the freedom of the other. Change, wait long enough to feel the full and empty discernment, and then do it again. Eventually that can become faster and faster. Now take your weight over to your right leg. With your empty left foot, lift the heel and get to the tippy toe, right? So I'm letting my knee bend forward, I'm lifting the heel, I'm getting to the tip of the toe. And then place the heel down. Now change the weight. So all the weight goes into your left. Now your right foot is free to lift to the tippy toe. Place the heel down with no body weight, and then change, all from the middle. Lift to the tippy toe, back down, change. Lift to the tippy toe, back down, change. Tippy toe, down, change. Tippy toe, down, change. Now we take that to another challenge. Hand on the chair, go tippy toe, disconnect that foot from the floor. See if you can do that without tensing the body, without grabbing on. Place the whole foot down with 0 body weight and then change. Now the weight's in your left leg, get to the tippy toe, disconnect, place the foot down, change. Someday, maybe today, maybe not, you'll feel comfortable enough to actually do this without the hand on the chair. But what you don't want to do is yank it off the ground with force because it throws the equilibrium off. So patient, shift, tippy toe. Maybe you feel comfortable to lift and lower. But the chair is a really good idea to give you that confidence to be relaxed. Because we gotta relax. And then finally, hand on the chair, go to your tippy toe of the empty leg. Now lift it as high as you can, so fully lift it, and then lower that leg down. And we're gonna do it the same leg 4 times, just to really break up any stiffness in there. So lift and lower. And notice when I lower, my weight stays here. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And then now switch. So put all the weight into your left leg. Tippy toe. And then lift and lower. Lift and lower. And now, Mary, you notice your chair is probably in the way of your leg, right? That's why I was telling you to put it over here to the side. Yeah. And it's also why I see you have another chair back there. So you could also put a second chair on either side of you. Like I said at the beginning, set up yourself like this, and then the whole class flows and you don't have to be moving stuff around. So it's your choice whether you want to do that or not. Yeah. And then you could put your desk chair that you have behind you, put it right here. So in case you need to sit down, you can just sit down. So this setup right here is a great way to get a lot out of the class. And also have the chairs turned sideways. So not like this, but like this, because then you have the length of the chair to use. The length of the back of the chair. Okay, so alternating each time again. So now that you have some room in front of you, lift this leg up, right? You see when I do it, I need room in front of me for the leg to lift. And then it comes back down. And then change and lift, right? And just keep alternating. Use the chair for safety. Lift, down, shift. Lift, down, shift. And then someday maybe you'll feel comfortable enough to lift and lower without the hands on the chair, but at least having those chairs there in case you know where they can go, right? Now, make sure you've stepped a little bit back so you're not right up next to your chair. The chair is in front of you. Put all your weight into your left leg and put your right foot in front, heel touching. So I'll turn sideways so that you can see. Shift, shift. 100% 0, and then 100% 0. 100% 0, 100% 0. Shift. Now with this first one, try to do no hands. Shift. So this is a really good one to practice challenging no hands on anything because we're not picking the foot up off the ground. The heel is touching and then the toe is touching. So it allows you to challenge your ability to keep your soft, relaxed quality, move from your middle. And importantly here, when we're shifting back and forward, notice you don't want to have any leaning or pitching forward and pitching backwards. We stay vertical through the body and the weight weight just goes down, down, and that's what moves us forward and back. Now, place your hand on the chair. Have all your weight in your left leg. Let's go right leg. Lift, lower, shift. And then get to your tippy toe. And we bend that knee. Lift, lower. Make sure the toe is behind you. And then shift. Now this leg empty from the hip. Lift, lower, shift. And now from that back leg empty, bend the knee. Lift, lower, shift. Weight down through the left leg, right hip open, lift, lower, shift. Bend the knee. Lift, lower, shift. Now level 3 challenge. We go lift, put the heel down in front, shift. Then this back leg, bring the knee forward and up. Reach the toe behind you, shift. Lift this knee, lower the heel in front while empty, and then shift. And then your back leg forward and up. Reach the toe behind and shift. One more. Lift, lower, shift. Forward and up with that back leg. Reach the toe behind you. And then shift. Great. Step the feet together. Let's switch sides. So you have that other chair. Move your body over to the other chair. Put all your weight in your right leg. Left foot in front, heel touching. So that first exercise, no hands if you can. Shift, shift. So again, this is a good one to challenge. No hands. Find your middle. Try to be relaxed. When you relax, everything goes down. That can go down. So then you're not holding on to heaviness in the body. At first, it feels less stable, but over time, it feels incredibly stable. So just be relaxed. Relax. Relax. Now, hand on the chair so that you can lift, lower, shift. Now your back leg is empty. Bend the knee, lift, toe down, shift. Front leg empty. Lift, lower, shift. Back leg empty. Bend, toe down, shift. Front leg empty. Lift, lower, shift. Bend the knee. Shift. Now, level 3 challenge. Full lift. Down. Shift. Back leg forward and up. Reach the toe back. Shift. Front leg empty. Lift. Down. Shift. Back leg forward and up. Reach the foot back. Shift. And again, lift, lower, shift. Back leg forward and up. Reach the foot and shift. Great. Switch back to the first side. Now, put all your weight in your left leg, right foot in front, heel touching. So now, like we did the first exercise, shift, but then this back foot, step it forward, and then step it back. So we're just going to work that part of it. Forward, back. Now, what's most important about this exercise is that when my foot goes forward, my body stays where it is. When your foot goes back, same thing. My body stays where it is. Forward, back. Forward, back. So again, your weight should be in your right leg at this point. Your weight should be in your right leg, Mary. In your right leg, yeah. And so your outside foot is doing this. Okay? Now, when you step that foot forward again, then shift into it. So now let's step forward and backwards. So we shift back, step back, shift back. All right, so this leg is full, this leg is empty. We're going shift, step, shift. And then we're going back. Shift, step, shift. This would be the one to try no hands someday. Shift, step, shift. Shift back, step back, shift back. Shift, step, shift. Shift, step, shift. Now, add the challenge. Hand on the chair should be your right leg. Lift, lower, shift. Back leg steps over an obstacle. So pick up the foot, step over something, put the foot down in front, and then shift into it. And now your other leg empty, little flamingo lift. Put the toe down behind you, now shift. Front leg lifts in front, tuck, reach it behind, and then we shift. Front leg, lift, lower, shift. Step over an obstacle, up and over, shift. Bend the knee, toe down, and we go in reverse. The key is middle, down to the earth. I stay down through this leg. No matter what this foot does, I'm still attending to this. And then when it's time to change, that's when I change. Now I'm attending to the stability here. Then I'm changing into this leg. Now my stability gets to the ground through here. Step over. And then change. That's level 2. And then we go level 3. This one you'll need the chair for sure. So you can go full lift, all the way down, shift, and then it's full range, heel to butt, knee to chest, foot out, down, shift into it, and then that other leg, lift, reach behind, shift. Now it's up, tuck, reach, shift. Let's do that one more time, full range. So it's lift, lower, shift, full range, heel, knee, foot, down, chain, knee, back, chain, up, tuck, reach, and back. Great job. Let's switch sides. Step over to your left side. Now again, with this one, put all your weight in your right leg, left foot in front, heel touching. Shift into that left leg. Now the first challenge here is, so it should be your right foot empty. Now just in front, behind. In front, behind. And the key is my body weight is stable through this leg. This foot is empty. Empty. It's light. It can move. Now put it in front and shift into that leg. So now this is full. Now let's walk a step backwards, shift, step, shift, and then forwards. Shift, step, shift. Backwards, shift, step, shift. Shift, step, shift. Shift, step, shift. Now, hand on the chair, lift your left leg, lower, shift, and now step over an obstacle, up and over, and then shift, And then like a little flamingo, just pick up that back foot, put it down, shift. One full, one empty. The empty leg is free to move. And then you shift. And now this is full and this is empty, so it's free to lift. And then this is full, this is empty, it's free to step. So the saying in Tai Chi, or the principle is separate empty and full. Rather than be double weighted, which is what most people are. They're stuck together and then they have to kind of walk on peg legs instead of these spring loaded legs. And it's just important. It's important to understand these concepts because otherwise we have no access to them. Now, put all the weight in your right leg, hand on the chair for sure, so you can go full lift, lower, shift, and then full range. Heel, knee, foot, down, shift. Knee forward and up, back, shift. Up, tuck, reach, shift. Lift, down, shift. Full range. And down. Now move over to the left side of your space and then turn and face down range. So now you've got as much room as you can create for yourself, and you've got your chairs there creating a safety outlet for you. Level 1, put all the weight in your right leg, left foot in front, and then we shift. And then remember that step without shifting, and then shift. Step, shift. Step, shift. Step, shift. Step, shift. Now in reverse, shift. Put all the weight in that one leg. Step back the toe, and then shift. All the weight now in your other leg. Step the empty foot back the toe. Find the ground, and then shift into that leg. This front leg being empty, it's now free to step, shift. Front leg empty, free to step, shift. Front leg empty, free to step, shift. Okay, we're going to do that a few more times. So get good at, from your middle pivot, shift, step, shift, step, shift, step. And then you'll go in reverse. Shift, step, shift, step. So even though when people are walking backwards and forwards, they can feel like it's very dangerous or unsafe, but that's only because they're not attending correctly to the precise moments, right? There are moments that are happening. So the moment of one full, one empty, keeping that empty foot when you step. So that's the most dangerous moment. What happens is people pick up the foot and fall back into it all in one moment, and then that's where the unsafety and clumsy comes from. So stepping without any body weight, doesn't matter how big or small the step, you can still practice it. And then the second moment is change the weight into that empty leg. That's when the body moves backwards. The body stays where it is when you step your empty foot behind. So you see that I'm just staying right where I am and stepping. Then when I change my weight into that leg, my body safely moves backwards in space. Same thing is true going forwards. The foot is out here empty. When I pour my weight down through it, I move forward. When I step, there's no forward movement. When I shift, that's when the body moves forward. When I step, there's no movement. When I shift, there's movement, but the weight goes down. Step, no movement. Shift, movement. Step, no movement. Shift, movement. Step, shift. Try again going backwards. So it's this slowing down. It's very interesting. I work with Parkinson's folks, but I also just work with seniors, just an older human being. And for some reason, as we age, people move, you would think they move slower, but they move faster and more clumsy. They kind of just go for it instead of slowing way down. Part of that's because the brain and nervous system for all of us starts to get a little unclear, gets fuzzy. So Tai Chi is saying slow down, shift, slow down, step. And what that's doing is helping the brain and nerves find each other, find the body, that is. So slowing down, slowing down. All right, and let's do that with our side walking, side steps. Turn and face forward. Put all the weight in the left leg, right leg out and in. We're going to do that a few times. So out and in. Same important piece. The body doesn't move in space. Notice I am not moving anywhere. This is empty. And this leg is the only thing changing. Now, put that foot out there. The weight goes down through your right leg. Now the body moved to the right. And then the weight down through the left leg. Now the body moved back to the left. And then down, moving to the right. And down, moving to the left. Down, moving to the right. Down, left. Again, down. Now, stay in your right leg and bring the left foot in, out, in, out, in, out. Now, bring that left foot in, keep it in. Really importantly here, change the weight to your left, change the weight to your right. And you can see my body moving a little bit. There's not a huge amount of side-to-side movement here, but there's some. So just by changing to this leg and then changing to this leg, the body is moved through space a little bit. Now, stay in your left leg, step your right foot out, change into your right leg, moving to the side, bring your left foot in. Weight down through the left leg, step your right foot out. Weight down through the right leg, step your left foot in. Down through the left leg, step your right foot out. Down through the right leg, step your left foot in. Down through the left, right foot out. Down through the right, left foot in. Down through the left, right foot out. Down through the right, left foot in. Let's do it the other way. Your left foot out. Weight down through the left, step your right foot in. Down through the right so that your left foot's free to step out. Down to move sideways through space, bring the foot in. Down, step out. Down, step in. Down, step out. Down, step out. Down, step in. Down, step out. And now put your feet at hip distance, shift and turn, brush and sweep. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. This is the bear washing paws in the stream. We, of course, work on these in detail on the Friday class. Now, go into your right leg, stay there, bring your left foot in. Then change your weight to your left leg, turn, brush, and sweep, so that now you can step your right foot out. And then shift and turn, brush and sweep to your right. Your left foot empty can step in. Shift into your left leg, turn, brush, and sweep. Step your right foot out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Step left foot in. Shift into that left leg, turn, brush, sweep. right foot out. So we're traveling that way. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. Step in. Shift into that left leg, turn, brush, sweep. Step out. One more. In, out. And then we go back the other way. Shift, turn, brush, and sweep. Step right foot in. Shift and turn, brush, sweep. Step left foot out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Right foot in. Shift and turn. Step out. Shift and turn. Step in. Shift and turn. Step out. Step in. So this is advanced Tai Chi, right? In the sense that it's got all the elements. It's got stepping, shifting, turning, and hand and arm technique. Let's go there and back one more time. Shift and turn, brush and sweep, step in. Shift into that left leg, turn, brush, sweep, step out. Shift and turn, brush, sweep, step left foot in. Shift and turn, brush, sweep, step right foot out. Shift and turn, brush, sweep, step left foot in. Shift and turn, brush, sweep, step right foot out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step out. Shift and turn, brush, sweep, step in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step out. One more. Cross. Now in, out, shift, turn, brush, sweep, step in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step out. Shift and turn, brush, sweep, step in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step in. One more. Great. And then settle to middle. Come to the middle of your chairs, right in between. Stand in between your chairs. Now your hips, you want to take your hips forward, backward, forward, back, forward, back. One, forward, back. Find the middle. Now take your hips side, middle. Now again, the hips are the driving mover. The hips move over, the upper body just kind of gently side. And then bring your hips back to the middle. And hips over to the right. Middle. Hips over to your left. Middle. Hips right. Middle. Hips left. Middle. Now we're going to put those two together for a circular motion. So go over to your right with your hips, and then from the right side, come to the front position. Bring your hips forward. From the front, go over to your left, and then from the left, take your hips back behind. You come around to the right, and forward, and to your left, and back. So I'll turn it at an angle so you can see I'm going right, forward, left, back. Around. Again, trying to get out of this boxed in state where everything's stuck right here. The body's supposed to be able to move to keep our balance underneath us and yet have all this freedom of movement. Circles. And reverse. Go the other way. Circle. Around. And around. So hips forward, hips right, hips back, hips left, hips forward, hips right, hips back, hips left. 2 more. Circle. And that should help you find middle even better. And the last thing we'll do, put your hand on that right side chair. Turn your left leg external, lift it a little, and bring it over the top and in and down. We're going to do that again. Left leg, turn it out, lift, bring it over the top, down. Again, turn the leg out. From the out, turned out position, lift, bring it over the top, in, and then down. Turn it out, lift, over the top, down. 2 more. Out, lift, in, down, out, lift, in, down. Switching sides, step over. Have your hand on the left side chair. So your right leg is the empty leg. Turn it out, lift it up, in, down, turn it out, lift it up, in, down. Turn it out, up, in, down. Turn it out, up, in, down. Turn it out, up, down. 1 more. Switch sides again. Now, instead of turning this leg out, turn on the ball of the foot on the toes, turn the leg in, bring the leg across and up, open, down. Turn on the ball of the foot so you swivel, turn the leg in, bring the knee across, open, down. Turn on the ball of the foot so the heel goes out, the knee falls in. We go across, up, out, down. Turn on the ball of the foot, the heel goes out, the knee comes in. Go across, up, out, down. Turn on the ball of the foot. Down. Switch sides. Step over to your other chair. Turn on the ball of the foot. Bring the knee across, open, down. Turn on the ball of the foot. Go across and up, out, down. Turn on the ball of the foot. Cross and up, out, down. A few more. Turn on the ball of the foot. Cross. Last one. All right, and then step to even. Take your hands together, rub your palms, rub the back of one hand, palms, back of other hand, palms, and then go to the 2 groin area, palms, a sort of dispersal of any congestion, and then hip flexors, and then tail, lower back, and then like we're sitting for a squat, so hips back, sit the buttocks, sweep your hands down the outside of the legs, around to the inside of the legs, stand back up and bring the hands all the way up to the belly button. Let's do that again. Groin, hip flexors, tailbone, lower back, and then, like you're sitting for a squat, sit the buttocks, sweep the hands down, around, and then back up the inside of the legs, past the groin to the navel. Let's do that one more time. Groin, hip flexors, round to the tailbone, lower back, sitting the hips, sweeping down, around, up, into the knee. And then we close the practice, wing, roll, fold, settle the hands to the belly, seal the practice. All right, great job. Have a seat in your chair. If you have any question, feel free to unmute and ask. But otherwise, have a great rest of your week.